Hey gang, today we are going to go and use a hero format. It's a DT style workout. So there are 5 total rounds. We're going to do 12 of some air squats. We're going to do 9 lunges on each leg and then finish off with 6 pistol squats on each leg, or our scale of that. John
Hello there.
is going to take us through today's session. I'm going to talk through the warm-up. You just follow along. We'll then take a couple of minutes and work through our pistol squat progressions, and then we're just going to blast it. It's a 10-minute time cap today, so hit it hard, pump up those legs, and then we'll stretch it out and we are done. So I'll see you guys in the warm-up. Alrighty, so we're going to kick things off in our warm-up. Just follow along with this. It's going to be about 30 seconds in each one. First thing we're going to do is sit down in that squat. We're going to wiggle side to side. Just get really comfortable sitting down in that squat. You can see John here rotating on either side. Doesn't have to be perfect, just get down there, sit and open up that squat. You can try doing some lifts with the chest, some wiggles with the knees, just getting comfy down in the squat. We're going to do 2 rounds of these drills with slight variations second time round. So next thing we're going to do is going to get down into a half squat. So he's really leaning on his knee here, sending that knee over the toe, and the other leg then is rotated out to the side. It's just out of the way. It's not a lunge. We're trying to get all of our weight through the front foot here. He's going to really lean down on it and just spend some time opening up that angle, getting it ready for our movement. Then we'll change sides. Especially if your ankles are tight, great stretch to throw in there a couple of times a day. When you first wake up, you're brushing your teeth, all that kind of stuff. Try to keep your heel on the floor, although if your heel does lift a little bit, that's okay, as long as you get that stretching sensation. The next thing we're going to do is get back into our squat again. From there, we're going to walk our feet in towards each other, and then we're going to walk them back out. I'm going to walk them past where we were at the start, so right, as wide as you can go. Trying to stay low the whole time. Toes out, heels out, that sort of thing. And all the way back in again. Beautiful. Right, so we're down into our pistol squat here. We're using our hand to assist us, and we're just trying to wiggle that leg out, trying to lift it up so we get the quads engaged, so they're used to taking the load of the leg. John's going to do 5-ish here on each side, but don't worry too much about the reps. Just move, get comfy with it. If you can do this without using your hand, perfect, go for it. And once we've done that, we're going to go through 5 air squats and 10 lunges. So just normal squat stance, keep that chest up nice and high. There's 4, and there's 5, and then we're going to go into some lunges, just stepping forward, pushing all the way back. Try and push back aggressively. Feel that quad working. Keep the torso nice and vertical. Great job. Keep going. Alrighty, so second time through, if you've got a weight, grab a weight. We're going to go through our squats. And again, we're just wiggling side to side, getting those hips to move, just adding that extra bit of load. Imagine we've just had a massive dinner. You can add more weight here if you're comfortable enough with it, if not, less weight. The weight here acts like a counterbalance. We can hold our torso more upright. Alrighty, back into our ankle dorsiflexion here. Use the weight this time to add more of a stretch. Really pushing that knee forward and over the toe. We'll be doing this again on both sides. Just trying to be patient, let that ankle relax, let it open. The more mobility we get in our ankles, the less pressure then goes through our knees and hips. It's a good thing. If the ankles are tight, it's just a ticking time bomb. At some point, our knee or our hip is going to have to take too much load, and it's just going to give in. Getting our foundation set first. Nice. Just getting deep with it. Let that weight go right over the toe. Sitting the bum forward, trying to get the bum to touch the ankle. So back into our leg extensions in the bottom of the pistol. If you can use the weight, use the weight. If you need to use your hands again, that's totally fine. Just getting used to straightening out those legs, getting all of the weight onto one side. Now we're going to finish off with 5 more air squats, 10 more lunges, and that'll be you warmed up. Okay, so here John is going to show us some pistol progressions. He's going to show us on both sides. First one we've got is our sit down pistol. So you're going to grab a seat or a sofa or maybe a low table and do a squat on one leg. He's going to kiss that surface and stand back up again. You can see he's sitting right the way back. There's very little movement from his ankle. So great first option. Second option is again maybe on a chair or something to stand on it. This be an elevated leg assisted pistol. So you can see he's keeping his leg nice and straight. It's just touching the floor. We're trying to avoid jumping off the floor. Okay, just straight down, a little tap. See how he lifts his toe. But if you need to use a little bit of knee bend to help with that, that's fine. Next one then, we would go our sort of dragging leg is up in the air. So this is an elevated unassisted pistol squat. So he's basically doing a single leg squat. It just doesn't have the same requirement to lift the straight leg. So you're not taxing the hip flexors or the core anywhere near as much. It's a great option to continue scaling that movement. Then we come to our shrimp squat. Huge demand here placed on the hamstrings, on the groin to stabilize. He's squatting down on one leg, just touching the floor with the knee and back up, really trying to keep that foot lifted off the floor. And our final version, he's going to tuck one foot under his ankle. He's going to squat himself down and stand back up. A lot of people find this the easiest one to do at speed. So great option for the workout. But have a little play through all of those and see which one's going to work best for you. Alright, so a couple of stretches here just to finish. First is going to be a quad stretch. Just going to grab that ankle, pull it up your bum, and really think about pushing your bum forward. Tummy's nice and tight and tucked, so we got that fully open stretch at the front of the hip. If your back is arched here, you're going to lose the benefit. You're really trying to pull your knee behind you while pushing your hip in front with that tummy being on like a plank. Second and final stretch we're going to do is just for the hamstrings. Dead simple. Take a wee half step forward, straighten out that front leg, and then really reach down the back of the leg and try and touch your ankle, try and reach your hand past your toe, all that good stuff. Really feel it up the back of the leg. Keep trying to press your belly button down to your thigh until you get more and more into it.